People act like they was
day.
really like in the middle of. They act like they was in the middle of the Caribbean or something.
Key, how many days have you wore that Montauk sweater though?
I like the area.
Yeah.
Sag Harbor.
Sag
Got
Harbor.
that
like
Sag
the
Harbor
area.
hoodie.
Sag Harbor hoodie.
The
Yeah,
area
Sag
is
Harbor.
cool.
That's
The
right.
water is disgusting.
Next to a $10 million house.
next to a $50 million
The water
house.
in California ain't that much better.
It depends on where in California.
Break me down. Break it down.
If you go south, the water is better.
Okay.
Like if you're going into Orange County, San Diego, the water is better.
But LA is like,
certain stretches of Malibu is good. If you get up in the Santa Barbara area, a little bit better.
it's too cold, man.
You didn't ask me how warm it would be. You said it's not much better.
Okay. Best water out there is Miami. Miami, right?
I can't swim, so I ain't getting in the water.
You can't swim?
No, and I'm not afraid to
Key,
tell you.
you're an elite athlete.
Okay, so now I got to take you back to childhood.
Yeah, but tell me the
Growing
story.
up in the projects and apartment buildings, you don't have swimming pools.
I went to the Y.
Hold on. My older brothers and sisters wouldn't want the little snotty-nosed brother running behind them. So they would leave me home and wouldn't take me swimming. So I never really learned how to swim.
That's messed up.
Man, it is what it is. What you want me to do?
I'm going to get you some
That's
floaties.
why-
We're going to go swimming.
No, I'm not. Every pool I've ever built, 6 feet or less.
Oh, no.
I need to be able to walk across. That's
some
truth.
first class stuff right there. I
That's
like
the truth.
No diving.
feet.
No diving in
There's
Keys
no
pool.
need to dive. Now, my kids, they swim like fish. I could take them and throw them, and they go in the middle of the ocean because they're growing up different. They grew up with pools, and I didn't.
I'd love to see a 48-year-old man in floaties.
Me
That would
too.
be-
The goggles too, everything.
Put it this way. If I can swim from one end to the next, and I'm fine.
You can swim if you had to.
In a pool from one end to the next? But I better hurry up and get I better hurry up. See, you laughing. But I better hurry up and get to the other end. Because the
the doggy paddling?
I'm done. I'm going down like a rock.
You're like a frog. You look good on top, and below, everything's going crazy.
Wait, just panicking like,
Serious panic. But wait.
I'm not making funny. I'm just laughing with
Don't
you. I'm
laugh,
not-
because I make fun of myself. But I do things like get on jet skis. I'll with life jacket, the whole deal. So I was in the Florida Keys like 2 years ago for my birthday or whatever. And me and my wife, we fell off the jet skis.
Your wife had to save you?
No, I was good. But wait, though. Because when I fell, I rolled on my back. And I was trying to hurry up and get to the jet ski. And, the water moving. So the jet ski was moving further away from me. My wife said my eyes, she was laughing. She had me. Everybody had me. But you talk about being scared, man. Damn. I was like,
And Key, I love you though. You
I'm
courageous.
100.
You courageous though, because if I couldn't swim, I wouldn't be going on no damn jet ski.
them workouts in the pool with the team and stuff like that. Y'all go ahead, man. I'm
Y'all,
gonna think about
I'm
something. Yeah, I'm gonna
embarrassed.
think about doing something different.
Do my workout on the beach. Go ahead, Zubin. Get back to sports. I know you're dying. I see you over there. You just wait. Yeah, let's get back.
I can swim quite well. So
I'm sure you can. I can't swim.
So here's the deal. Sink or swim, okay? Sink or swim for these two quarterbacks, Ben Roethlisberger and Drew Brees. I'm trying to make the tie as well as I can. It's our poll question this morning. Essentially, which team would be better off if their quarterback retired? Now, obviously, all the things we're hearing from the Steelers is that, look, we are kind of willing to bring Ben back. We extended an olive branch. We'll have to see what the money is. Ben in January, jokingly, but, you understand what he's saying. He would play for free. He wants to go back. He wants more Lombardis with an S. So would it be better off without moving on from Ben or moving on from Drew? And then Drew's video over the weekend sparked some speculation that he may not be done as well. But Keith threw a little cold water from the pool on that. So here's a couple responses before we get to the other young guns that still got plenty of football left. At Quinton Payton 56, Big Ben is washed. They're better off trying to get a QB in the draft or free agency. Interesting to note that the Steelers do have the 24th overall pick, and Ben Roethlisberger, for whatever it's worth, was actually drafted outside of the top 10. So, he's drafted at 11 back in the day. So if they want to go late first round, they can get him. Jay Meltz 420. Ben, at least Drew still has some fire in him. I don't see any fire left in Ben whatsoever. If Ben got hurt like Drew did last year, he'd definitely be retired already. Squealers, I guess that's a play on Steelers, need to go on ahead and turn that page. I think New Orleans could squeeze one last year from Drew.
See, I'm not as harsh as some of those Twitter people because they're bored right now. But I would say New Orleans probably can get away because they have a better cast around Drew Brees. They probably can get away with going with Drew Brees one more. I don't necessarily know that Pittsburgh can get away with an emerging Cleveland, a strong Baltimore that's retooled their offense.
Best young quarterback might
best
be Burrow,
young
to be
quarterbacks, Burrow now in Cincinnati. I don't know that they want to continue. Now, look, they may go ahead and do it, but I think New Orleans is in better shape if they brought Drew Brees back opposed to Pittsburgh bringing Big Ben back, Jay, just because, Juju may be gone. It's just a lot. They don't have a running game. The defense is good, but they got questions with injuries. And I think New Orleans have a better shot at doing something with Drew Brees with everybody coming back healthy.
Pittsburgh's already been thinking about rebuilding, starting over, right? Yeah. I mean, even Juju Smith the other day saying, hey, I wish I can get signed. I mean, just a lot of moving parts there. And I said this when I saw the way the Saints lost to Tampa Bay. I said, everybody's sitting here saying it's over for Drew. He's going to retire. I was like, man, that would leave such a bad taste in my mouth, Key, if that's the way I had to go out. Well, I don't see Drew Brees retiring right now. I think he's going to come back for one more year.
Those guys are not healthy. Drew Brees was coming back off barbecue ribs, meaning his ribs were barbecued. So
not well done.
Yeah, not well done. They might have been well done. Michael Thomas had ankle injuries. Alvin Kamara was dealing with the COVID situation. So it's like they had a lot going on with the 3 stars on the offensive side of the ball. I think they can run it back. Not only did Drew Brees have rib issues, he had a shoulder issue as well. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, let's see him get healthy and go from 0 to 100 and make a decision whether or not it was a right move for Drew Brees. But he may decide not to play. So this may be a wasted conversation.
That video made it look like he was going to play.
Well, you know how it is, though, Jay.
I know, but Key, like if you're, for anybody, if you retire, and I hear it, you're always going to work out. I'm not working out like that.
No, but I'm telling you, when I made my decision to join ESPN and retire early, I was working out as people thought I was getting ready to play again.
But was there still a slight part of your brain?
My brain was, I need to go back on the field.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, though. Like that's if that thing lingers, if that slight feeling still lingers with Drew Brees on top of the way they lost.
But if he can get, see, the problem is he's under contract. So by being under contract, he's got to make a decision for the organization. When you're not under contract, it's easy to say, well, I'll wait it out for the summer. I'll see what calls I get training camp. By being under contract, he's got to go in or not go in for mini camps and OTAs. And so he can't hold them hostage, so to speak. That's going to be key. But if he decides to retire and he can get through a 12-month cycle, then he'll be able to play again, Zubin. I mean, he'll be able to stay retired and not play again, Zubin. But if he can't, and he got that itch, and he's waking up in the middle of the night in cold sweats, he'll be back on the field.
We'll see. The other thing I would mention, this is back-to-back seasons he's been injured at 41, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Missed 5 games and then a ton of time last year. We'll see. He's got a post-football career ready to go whenever he wants to start it. Keyshawn J. Will Zubin, presented by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive, they're making things even easier. They'll help you bundle your home and car insurance together so you can save on both. Key is either going with the breaststroke.
The floaty stroke.
Learn more at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. Michael Phelps has nothing to worry about. I think his legacy
he has
is
nothing
secure.
to worry about anyway.
His legacy is
daughter,
secure.
I'll show you a video during the break.
All right. On the way, we talked about Russell Wilson earlier in the program. Perhaps if Drew Brees, Jay thinks he might be back for a year, but if he isn't, Wilson said one of his choices could be New Orleans. How likely is it if one of the 4 really is in play? We'll ask our NFL insider about that next. Keyshawn J. Will and Zubin, ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Russ, say what you want. Say what you want to see.